When most people imagine luxury, they picture polished marble floors, exotic sports cars, private jets, oceanfront mansions, and wardrobes filled with designer labels. Social media reinforces this fantasy daily. Perfect vacations, champagne dinners, first-class flights, and glamorous events under flashing cameras. But what you see online is only a fraction of the story. Behind the glitz and glamour lies a far more complex reality. One that includes responsibility, strategy, risk management, and constant decision-making at levels most people never experience. Extreme wealth changes everything. It changes how you travel, how you socialize, how you invest, and even how you trust people. It requires teams of advisors, lawyers, accountants, security personnel, and estate planners. Every major decision, whether buying property, investing in a company, or even attending an event, must be carefully evaluated. Luxury at the highest level is not just about spending money. It's about managing influence, protecting assets, and sustaining a lifestyle that is expensive not only to acquire but also to maintain. Private jets require crews and maintenance. Mansions require full-time staff. Investments require oversight. Public visibility requires protection. And then there's the emotional side: expectations from family, business partners, society, and even strangers. When wealth reaches extreme levels, life becomes less spontaneous and more strategic. In this video, we'll pull back the curtain on the hidden side of the luxury lifestyle in the United States, the parts rarely shown in glossy magazines or viral posts. From privacy concerns to social pressure, from security risks to the isolation that can accompany wealth, you'll see that extreme luxury is both fascinating and surprisingly demanding. By the end, you may look at wealth differently, not just as comfort and extravagance, but as a life that requires discipline, awareness, and careful navigation. Because the real luxury lifestyle, one of the most underestimated aspects of extreme wealth, is the constant need for privacy. For ultra-wealthy individuals, privacy isn't just about comfort. It's about safety, control, and peace of mind. High-profile entrepreneurs, celebrities, and billionaires often live in gated communities with advanced surveillance systems, biometric access controls, and 24/7 security staff. Homes may include panic rooms, armored vehicles, and encrypted communication systems. Travel plans are coordinated discreetly to avoid unnecessary exposure. Even something as simple as grocery shopping or dining at a restaurant can require careful coordination. Public appearances may be planned with security teams. Social events are often private, invitation-only gatherings designed to limit risk and unwanted attention. Wealth attracts admiration, but it can also attract opportunists. Scammers, lawsuits, false claims, and targeted crimes become real concerns. As a result, many wealthy individuals operate quietly, keeping personal details out of public view and limiting what they share online. But privacy comes at a cost. The ability to walk freely in public without being recognized or judged becomes rare. Casual, anonymous interactions, something most people take for granted, can disappear. Over time, this can create a sense of isolation. Trust becomes selective. Social circles become smaller and more curated. Children of wealthy families often grow up with security protocols and limited exposure to normal public life. Even friendships are carefully evaluated to ensure safety and authenticity. Privacy in this world becomes priceless. It is guarded fiercely because without it, wealth can quickly become a vulnerability instead of an advantage. This hidden layer of the luxury lifestyle reveals something surprising. Sometimes, the most valuable asset the rich seek isn't another mansion or supercar. It's peace, discretion, and protection. With extreme wealth comes another rarely discussed burden: the pressure to maintain status and image. Among elite circles, appearances matter. The neighborhoods you live in, the events you attend, the causes you support, even the brands you associate with, all contribute to a social identity that carries expectations. Wealthy individuals are often expected to donate generously, host lavish gatherings, support charitable foundations, and participate in high-profile social events. These activities can be meaningful, but they can also become obligations. There's also subtle competition within affluent social groups. Who has the newest property? Who invested early in the hottest company? who hosted the most impressive gala. This constant comparison can create silent pressure to maintain or elevate one's position. In business circles, reputation becomes currency. A public mistake, a failed investment, or a controversial statement can spread quickly and impact partnerships or opportunities. As a result, wealthy individuals must manage public perception carefully. Luxury, in many ways, becomes a performance. The homes are immaculate. The vacations are curated. The appearances are polished. Behind the scenes, however, there may be complex financial planning, negotiations, and strategic decisions happening constantly. This doesn't mean wealthy individuals are unhappy, but it does mean their lives often involve more scrutiny than people realize. Success brings visibility, and visibility brings expectations. The lesson here is powerful. Extreme wealth magnifies everything. Opportunities become bigger, but so do responsibilities. Comfort increases, but so does pressure. The luxury lifestyle isn't just about enjoyment. It's about navigating expectations, protecting reputation, and balancing personal freedom with public image. From the outside, luxury looks effortless. A private jet waits on the runway. A yacht glides across crystal-clear waters. A mansion sits perfectly manicured behind iron gates. But what most people never see is the complex machine operating behind the scenes to make that lifestyle function smoothly. Owning a private jet isn't just about purchasing it. It requires pilots, crew members, maintenance engineers, insurance policies, hangar space, fuel logistics, and constant regulatory compliance. The aircraft must be serviced regularly, upgraded technologically, and managed by aviation professionals. Even when it's not flying, it costs thousands, sometimes millions, per year to maintain. The same applies to luxury real estate. A massive estate often requires full-time staff, security personnel, house managers, chefs, cleaners, landscapers, and maintenance teams. Utilities alone can rival the annual income of an average household. Every property must be protected, insured, staffed, and monitored. Yachts require captains and maritime crews. Luxury car collections demand climate-controlled garages and specialized mechanics. Fine art collections require preservation experts and secure storage. The ultra-wealthy are not just consumers of luxury, they are managers of it. Their lifestyle becomes a portfolio of assets that must be strategically maintained, protected, and optimized. Every indulgence comes with oversight. Every asset requires structure. Luxury at this level is not spontaneous, it is orchestrated. This hidden reality changes the narrative. Extreme wealth isn't just pleasure, it's operational. It's systems, teams, schedules, and constant supervision. Behind every glamorous photo is a framework of responsibility that keeps everything running. Luxury at its highest level is not effortless. It's disciplined, organized, and intensely managed. While wealth provides comfort and access, it can also create emotional distance. One of the least discussed aspects of extreme affluence is the challenge of trust. When someone becomes exceptionally wealthy, relationships shift. Old acquaintances may reappear. New connections may carry hidden agendas. Business proposals, social invitations, and even friendships can be influenced by financial interests. The question quietly lingers: do they value me or my money? This uncertainty can lead to emotional caution. Wealthy individuals often keep their inner circles small and tightly guarded. Romantic relationships may involve prenuptial agreements and financial planning discussions early on. Friendships are tested over time, not assumed. Even family dynamics can change. Inheritance expectations, financial dependence, or disagreements over money can create tension. As a result, wealthy individuals may rely heavily on advisors, lawyers, and trusted managers to establish boundaries and protect assets. Ironically, while extreme wealth offers unlimited access to people, it can limit genuine connection. Social events may be glamorous, but they are often curated environments with professional networks rather than intimate friendships. This isolation isn't always dramatic, but it can be subtle and persistent. The ultra-wealthy may enjoy extraordinary privileges, yet still search for authenticity in relationships. The hidden truth is simple. Money can open doors, but it cannot guarantee sincerity. Emotional well-being becomes just as important as financial security. And in many cases, protecting wealth means protecting oneself emotionally as well. With extreme wealth comes an enormous volume of decisions, many of them carrying significant consequences. Investing millions into a company, acquiring real estate in volatile markets, funding startups, supporting charitable foundations, expanding businesses into new industries. Each decision affects employees, stakeholders, reputation, and long-term wealth preservation. Unlike everyday financial choices, these decisions operate at scale. A small miscalculation can mean losing millions. A poorly structured deal can create legal complications. A public misstep can damage reputation and influence. Because of this, wealthy individuals rarely make major moves impulsively. Decisions are often highlighted by research, consultation, and strategy meetings. Financial advisors analyze risks. Attorneys review contracts. Accountants evaluate tax implications. Public relations teams consider public impact. The pressure can be relentless. Opportunities move quickly. Markets fluctuate. Competitors advance. Staying ahead requires constant attention and awareness. Even lifestyle decisions carry weight. Relocating to another state can have tax consequences. Public investments can influence stock prices. Supporting a public cause can shape public perception. Being rich is not simply enjoying wealth, it's managing it intelligently. The burden lies not just in having money, but in stewarding it responsibly. This constant decision-making process demands clarity, discipline, and foresight. The luxury lifestyle may appear relaxed from the outside, but internally, it often involves strategic thinking at every level. The psychological impact of extreme wealth is another side rarely discussed openly. Financial security eliminates many common worries, but it introduces new ones. Fear of loss, fear of betrayal, fear of public scrutiny. Wealth can attract envy, legal disputes, cyber threats, or unwanted attention. Maintaining such a lifestyle requires emotional resilience. The ultra-wealthy often experience high-pressure environments where stakes are elevated and privacy is limited. Public image must be maintained. Businesses must perform. Investments must grow. For this reason, many wealthy individuals prioritize mental well-being as carefully as financial planning. Executive coaches, therapists, performance psychologists, and wellness advisors become part of their ecosystem. Meditation, structured routines, and health optimization programs are common tools for maintaining balance. Stress at this level is rarely about paying bills, it's about protecting legacy, reputation, and influence. It's about ensuring that wealth doesn't erode under pressure or poor decisions. Extreme wealth magnifies both opportunity and responsibility. It requires emotional intelligence, self-awareness, and discipline. The hidden truth is that luxury does not eliminate stress. It transforms it. The challenges are different, but they are real. True stability at the highest levels of wealth comes not just from financial intelligence, but from psychological strength and clarity. To outsiders, extreme luxury often looks like pure indulgence. Massive yachts, rare supercars, sprawling estates, private islands. But for many billionaires and ultra-high net worth individuals, luxury is rarely random. It is calculated. True wealth operates differently from flashy spending. Billionaires don't simply acquire assets because they look impressive. They often choose assets that serve multiple purposes. A waterfront mansion in a high-demand city isn't just a home. It's a store of value, a hedge against inflation, and sometimes a long-term appreciating investment. Prime real estate in places like New York City, Miami, or Los Angeles is often purchased not only for lifestyle, but for capital preservation and appreciation. Even yachts and private jets can have strategic dimensions. A yacht can become a floating boardroom, hosting investors, business partners, and influential figures in a private, controlled setting. A private jet allows executives to visit multiple cities in a single day, accelerating deal-making and maximizing time efficiency. Time at this level is often more valuable than money. Luxury cars may enhance personal branding. Rare art collections can serve as alternative investments that appreciate over decades. High-end properties can be used for hosting high-profile gatherings that strengthen networks and influence. This doesn't mean there's no enjoyment involved. There absolutely is. But for the truly wealthy, indulgence and strategy often coexist. The difference between casual wealth and generational wealth lies in intention. The ultra-wealthy view luxury as leverage, an extension of their financial ecosystem. They ask not only, "Do I like this?" but also, "How does this serve my long-term goals?" Luxury at the highest level is not accidental. It is purposeful. What most people see is the exterior, the mansion, the jet, the yacht, the fleet of cars. What they don't see is the constant flow of expenses behind the scenes. A mansion is not just a house. It's an operation. There are property taxes, insurance premiums, security systems, landscaping crews, cleaning staff, maintenance teams, and often a property manager overseeing it all. Even when the owner isn't there, the costs continue. Climate control, security monitoring, and upkeep never pause. A private jet doesn't simply sit idle for free. It requires pilots on salary, ongoing certifications, fuel contracts, airport fees, storage hangars, maintenance inspections, and compliance with aviation regulations. The annual operating cost alone can reach millions of dollars. Yachts require captains, engineers, deckhands, and docking fees. Luxury vehicles require specialized service, high-end insurance coverage, and secure storage facilities. Art collections need preservation experts and controlled environments. Then there's the invisible cost, time. Managing wealth at this level demands coordination. Meetings with accountants, attorneys, investment managers, and security consultants are routine. Decisions about taxes, regulations, and asset protection require continuous attention. Luxury may look effortless from the outside, but it is anything but passive. It is complex and ongoing. This reality explains why extreme wealth often involves professional teams and family offices dedicated solely to management. The lifestyle is not simply enjoyed, it is operated. The hidden cost of luxury is not just money. It's oversight, attention, responsibility, and structure. The luxury lifestyle no one talks about is layered, disciplined, and far more demanding than it appears. Behind the glamorous photos and social media highlights lies a world of strategy, structure, and responsibility. Wealth at the highest level is not just about spending, it's about managing complexity. Privacy becomes priceless. Trust becomes selective. Every asset must be protected, insured, and maintained. Every major decision carries weight. Mental resilience becomes essential. Luxury requires systems, teams, and foresight. The key takeaways from this hidden side of wealth are clear. 1. Luxury requires discipline, management, and long-term strategy. 2. Privacy and trust are invaluable assets in a high-visibility world. 3. Indulgence often carries operational and financial responsibilities. 4. Mental and emotional well-being are critical at the highest levels of wealth. 5. True luxury is not just comfort. It's control, freedom, influence, and security. The reality is this: extreme wealth amplifies everything. Opportunity expands. Influence grows. But so do expectations and responsibilities. Understanding this hidden side gives us a more complete picture. Luxury is fascinating, but it's not effortless. It's curated, managed, and strategically sustained. And perhaps the most surprising truth of all is this: the real luxury isn't the mansion, the jet, or the yacht. It's the freedom to design life intentionally. If you found this deep dive into the unseen side of wealth insightful, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more content on wealth, luxury, and the mindset behind success. Because sometimes the most important part of luxury is the part no one talks about.